Welcome ladies and gentlemen, call me the Dream Believer because that's who I am, and welcome back to Hoshizora. Wish upon a shooting star. Let's see. So last time we were at the house, cleaning the house, or cleaning the rooms with the sister. And let's move on. And so, with the occasional slight hiccup, here and there we get the furnishing done. Only Chinima's room though, because last time it was a little bit too hard to make our own room, so we only were able to finish her room. The only things we brought with us from our previous house were the individual belongings from our room. What are belongings? Belongings from our rooms, never mind. So all there was left to do now was furnishing my own room. Aunt Chino had been living in this house since before we got here, so we didn't need to worry about furniture or any of the other rooms in the house. All of the other furniture, home appliances, and so on we will be using in the city had already been disposed of by us. Since all of those were basically mementos, that's the word from Finding Paradise. It just reminds me of Finding Paradise. Of our time with our mother. Shinami remained opposite to it until the bitter end, but there simply was no other choice. Though it was more like we actually had to be thankful to Aunt Chino that she was letting us use 2 of the 3 rooms in her house. Left completely orb-handed, we didn't know what we would do or who could turn to. It was all thanks to Aunt Chino that we were able to live comfortably here in Hibarigasaki now. Ah, is that you? Yu-chan, good morning. Oh, that's Aunt. Oh, Aunt Chino. Aunt Chino has finally gotten up. Oh, she was sleeping. Oh, okay. So everything happened while she was sleeping? What? Okay, well, she sleeps pretty hard, pretty good. Like a stone. Good morning, Aunt Chino. I'm sorry for all those noises we were causing. See? Oh, okay, she sleeps pretty deep. Did something happen? It would appear that Chinami's boisterous voice did nothing to disturb Aunt Chino's sleep. I need to apologize myself. I mean, I slept pretty late. Oh, I slept in... Never mind. Oh no, don't worry about it. You're busy with work at the moment, aren't you? Just a little more and I'll be past my workload peak. After that, I promise I'll get up in the time to cook for you too. Oh no. No, you Chinami. You can't. No, it's not good when you cook. You can't, it's my responsibility. Just by providing us with rooms, you are already doing more than enough. We've managed preparing meals on our own. Yes, that's what he said. I'll make sure to make some for you too, Auntie Shino. I'll make dinner, you can just relax. What? I'm supposed to be making it. You will have to excuse her. This girl here likes to fool around every so often. Those eyes screaming with pity feel like daggers. You don't need to feel like strangers here, you two. You can leave them to me. I'll make something extra special to celebrate your move in. Oh, something extra special. Wearing a smile on her face, Aunt Chino goes to the kitchen. While I can handle our school fees with Mom's savings, food expenses will end up entirely on Aunt Chino's shoulders since we simply don't have the money for those. I suppose I should consider taking on a part-time job. I mean, I feel kind of guilty taking advantage of her goodwill like this. I just hope Hibari High isn't one of the schools that bars students from holding part-time jobs.
I'll help you, Aunt Shino.
Oh, Shinami runs after her. I guess if Aunt Shino is there, it's okay. I take that as a good opportunity for me. I'll be out for a bit.
Where are you going?
Shinami comes back in an instant. I'm just going to walk around town and check things out.
Didn't you already do that yesterday?
So, thought I will take another look.
I'll take along then.
I thought you were helping Aunt Shino.
こっちはいいから久しぶりなんだし2人で見て回ってきたらいいじゃない
Oh, don't worry about me. It's been years since your last time here.
It's been years since your last time here.
So I think it's a fine idea for the two of you to go out and check out the town again.
お兄ちゃんのお守りを任せてください
Very true. Please rest assured I'll keep on each other.
If anything, she was the one that needed protected by me.
でも夕飯までには帰ってきてね
Just make sure to be back in dinner time, okay?
Seen off by Aunt Shino's warm smile and accompanied by Shinami, I'll leave the house. Oh, for real, she looks pretty kind, pretty lovely, I would say. It is a relatively cool temperature outside. The blowing of wind feels nice and pleasant on my body that is still covered in sweat from all the unpacking we did during the day. It also makes my legs, which are terribly exhausted from all the hard labor from today, feel somewhat lighter again.
さすがひばりが崎だね都会よりもずっと涼しいね
That's Nagasaki for you. So much more comfortable than back in the city.
The only bitterness here is that I wanted to go by myself.
あそこ行きたい
Yeah, there's this one place I wanna go to.
Nope.
まだ何も言ってないよ
Didn't even say what it was yet.
I've already decided where we are
ど
going.
こ
Where are we going?
The lookout at the top of the Yumemi Hill. Shinami directs the puzzled look at me.
展望台
A lookout?
あの観光地としてはマイナーなあれ
I mean like that one lookout that's kind of minor sightseeing spot?
You've got the idea. Sort of picking some place that was just a minor.
なんで星空でも見上げたいの
So why? How come? What's up there? You wanna look up at the stars there or something?
Something along those lines.
いつからお兄ちゃんはエゴイスティックなロマンティシズムを語るようになったの
Since when have you been an adherent of highbrow pretentious romanticism?
Shot right in the gut.
もしかして昨日もそこ行ってたの
Oh, is that the place you went yesterday?
Yeah.
そういえばお兄ちゃん昔はよくそこで遊んでたみたいだ
Come to think of it, you used to play there a whole lot in the past.
Most days I drop by the lookout directly after school and played with that girl there. Since we would play together until the sunset, I was always late getting home. Mom never did get upset with me over it. But Shinami was apparently a bit peeved because of it, as she had no one to play with until I was back home. Then again, the time I spent messing around with that girl only added up to roughly a month. Our family's moveset what is that word? Precipitous end to our nightly excursions.
その展望台って実は思い出の場所だったり
Is that lookout actually a special place to you?
お兄ちゃんなんか照れてる
I Why are you embarrassed?
Buzz
でも
off.
ちなみが長年つけ続けたお兄ちゃん観察日記によると、お兄ちゃんがムスッとしてるときは照れてるか後ろめたいことがあるときで、
Well, see, according to my big brother's observation diary, I've kept up for so many years now. Whenever from forms on your face, you're either embarrassed or there's something you feel bad about. So by process of elimination.
What happened? Oh, he just I snatched the observation diary or whatever the hell that is out of her hands and ripped it apart while throwing the shreds to the ground.
ちなみのライフワークの継承が
I can't believe that.
How could you? That was my lifetime work.
Hurry it up. We don't want to make Aunt Sheena wait.
身にじってる。お兄ちゃん観察日記のかけらがお兄ちゃん本人の土足によって踏みにじられてる。
Is the window all over it too? The very subject of the observation diary is trampling all over its remains.
I'll leave you behind if you don't to get the move on.
ってよ。いいよもう。どうせその日記は不況用だもん。
Does she have something else? Or a copy of it maybe?
Hold it right there, mister. You better not think something like that's gonna face me. That was only my copy for showing others anyways.
I knew it.
I got the whole other one just for the personal enjoyment.
Sometimes this girl's actions make me think she's from another planet or something.
まさか全然変わってないね。先が見えないくらい長く続いてる。
This hill's just like I remember it. So long you can see completely ahead till you get to the top.
This hill goes by the name Yumemi Hill and is counted as one of the Hibarigazaki's sightseeing spots in addition to the lookout. However, in the same vein as how the lookout isn't very well known, it seems this hill is also only rarely visited by tourists. If someone actually comes to this town to visit, they are likely here because they want to go to the coast area, where they can enjoy the beach or ride boats at the waterway. Personally, I can't really blame them. The scenery around here gives off a somewhat dreary impression. You ever climbed this hill all the way up?
一度子供の頃に登ろうとしたんだけど、途中で疲れちゃってタクシー呼んで帰ってきちゃった。
Nope, I tried it once when I was a wee little kid. But I got done partway up and called the taxi and went back home.
Somehow I'm not surprised you've always been a conniving little thing since way back then.
なんで腹黒いんだよ。ちゃっかりさんって言ってよ。
Did you even arrive conniving? The proper word for that by any standard of measure is clearly cunning.
And how great it would be if being cunning allowed one to excel in areas like studying and
言って
such.
るよ、しっかり。
Oh, but it does.
Oh really?
Yeah, really.
Care to provide an example?
それは内緒だよ。
Can't tell you that.
All of the sudden she links her arm around mine. Since Yumemi Hill isn't only a sightseeing spot but also the path students walk part of to commute to Hibari High. Students currently on their way home from school are walking in the opposite direction from us, downhill. I see some of those students throwing the occasional glance at the two of us, walking with the linked arms.
あの人。
Ah, there are those
昨日も見
girls
かけま
again.
したね。
Oh, that seems like the exact same person we saw here yesterday.
隣にいる子、恋人か
Okay, this gonna be hard. But don't worry, we got practice on Doki Doki, so we're gonna do it.
Hey, that's his girlfriend he brought with him this time?
They actually think we are a couple? Seriously?
な。あの人たち、
Those,
きっとちなみたちが通うことになる学校の生徒だよね。
those two people are most likely students from the school we'll be attending, right?
The school we'll be attending soon, Hibari High, is located a bit further up this
恋
hill.
人同士で旅行かもしれないですね。
They might be on a trip here together, just boyfriend
だった
girlfriend.
らこんな寂れた坂じゃなくて海とか運河の方がいい雰囲気になれると思うんだけどな。
But if so, I think the ocean or waterway will create a heck of a lot better mood than this dreary old hill.
Affirmative, they have totally got the wrong idea about us.
ちなみは元気だけじゃなくて
Let's go
ちょ
to
っとりのところ
them.
も取り
Let's
柄
go
なん
to
だよ。
them.
See, my cheerfulness isn't my only positive quality, I've also got my cunningness.
I shake Shinami off without a moment's delay. Stop fooling around so we can't get going.
Ah, you're embarrassed, Oni-chan. Buzz off.
でもお兄ちゃん観察日記によるとお兄ちゃんが目をそらして毒づくときは照れてるか後ろめたいことがあるときかもしくは恋にドキドキして。
Well, see, according to my big brother observation diary, whenever you look away real quick or get sharp-tongued, it's cause you're either embarrassed, feel bad about something, or your heart's racing cause you're thinking of the girl you like so.
No. I rip it to the shreds. No, God, the second copy is also met. It's demise. I'm leaving you behind.
待ってよいいよもうどうせその日記は鑑賞用だもん保管用は別にあるもん。
Hold it right there, mister. You better not think something like this is gonna face me. That was only my copy for personal enjoyments anyway. I got a whole other one just for safekeeping.
We start running towards the hilltop as if we are playing a game of tag.
あの人たち喧嘩したみたい。
Looks like they got in a fight or
血の
something.
喧嘩でしょうか。
A lover's quarrel, I would suppose.
彼女が怒って彼氏を追いかけてるね。
Looks like... Looks like they... Oh, shit. Looks like the guy's on the ticket of the girl and now she's chasing him around.
彼氏の浮気を問い詰めた挙句に逃げられたという図式に見えますね。
It's so cool. It's so cool. It gives the impression that they discovered him cheating, brought it what? Brought it up, and he took the option of fleeing the scene. Oh boy.
Oh, then maybe this trip was actually a clever trap designed by his girlfriend so she could make him freeze up.
可能性は高そうです。クワバラクワバラ。
I would say the chances for that are rather high. Alas, knock on wood.
Knock on wood, my ass. Please God, if you exist out there, make them. Well, sure, these two don't end up being in the same grade as me. If I actually end up in the same class as them, heaven knows I won't even be able to look them in the eye.
あれお兄ちゃん。
Oni-chan.
After a 5-minute walk from Hibari High, a large fence blocks our
展
path.
望台って立ち入り禁止だったの？
Was the lookout always off limits?
No, back before we moved, you could get through here, no
じゃ
problem.
あ今は工事でもしてるのかな？
I think they're doing construction work around here or something.
Like I already thought yesterday, if that is case, it would be pretty normal to have a sign hung up somewhere to inform people of the starting date and projected completion date for the construction work written on it. I'm going on. Are you still
つい
coming?
てくるってお兄ちゃんこの先も行くの？
Wait, you mean you're just gonna ignore it?
Well, yeah.
でも行き止まりだよ。
Maybe I'm not supposed to.
I'll just circle around the fence through the
今
woods.
晩のおかずに山菜でも取るの？
I collect some wild plants to use for dinner tonight.
How did you even arrive at that conclusion? I think I clearly stated I was going to the lookout. I entered the woods that stretched out towards the side of the road.
あ、待ってよお兄ちゃん。
Ah, wait up, Oni-chan.
She sized my
なん
arm.
でそこまでして展望台行きたいの？
I insisted on going to the lookout.
What does it matter to you?
よくないよ。
And then it's a lot to me.
How
理
so?
由くらい知っとかないとちなみの服が汚れそうになるじゃない。
If I don't have a good reason for all of this, that means my clothes are gonna get all dirty and nasty for nothing.
So you're coming?
だってお兄ちゃんも
You
親に
betcha
任され
I
てる
am.
から。
I can go back on my promise to Aunt Shino that I'll keep you safe.
I heavy here, heavy, a very lofty sigh. I'm going there to see
展
someone.
望台に誰かいるの？
There's someone at the lookout?
Probably, yeah.
誰？
Ooh. How to best go about explaining this?
お兄ちゃんの友達？
A friend of yours?
Essentially.
昔よく展望台で遊んでたって人？
The person who used to play a whole lot at the lookout?
So she knows about her. I found myself unable to reply to that immediately.
ずっと気になってたんだけど。子
See,
供の頃から
see,
気になってたんだけど。
see, I've always wanted to know who that person was. It's been bugging me since way back
その
then.
人って
Is that person a girl by any chance?
What difference does it make?
初恋の人なんてロマンチックなこと言わないよね。
You won't put some sappy romance crap and tell me she's actually your first love, will you?
Of course not.
なんか図星っぽいな。
Kind of feels like I hit the nail clean on the head.
What gave her that
お兄
idea?
ちゃん、その
Oni-chan,
人のこと好
do
き
you
なの？
love her?
Please, don't be absurd.
お兄ちゃんのバカバカバカバカバカバカバカバカ。
It's rained down on me, or she's like on his chest like this. Oh, she's like this on his chest.
この先にちなみのお兄ちゃんをかどわかした悪女がいるんだね。
But at least now I know. Right ahead of us is that stinky witch that cowed you, if that's the word.
Chinami chestfully rushes ahead into the woods.
スカートに枝が引っかかった。
No.
破れちゃう。薄くも見えちゃう。お兄ちゃんに見られちゃう。
My skirt got stuck on a branch. Oh god, it's gonna rip, it's gonna tear, and what's worse, Oni-chan gonna see my aunties. He's totally gonna see them.
Stop fooling around and let's go.
なんでちなみのパンツをいつもスルーするんだよ。
What the? Oh, those games.
Why is always so uninterested when it comes to my pennies?
Boy, is it hell having a little sister in puberty? Oh boy, it doesn't honestly take that much time to circumvent the fence. You only need to push your way through the thickets a little, and you're there before you know it. Taking along Shinami, who grumbles non-stop regardless, the two of us arrive at the lookout before long. However, oh,
I don't see anybody.
お兄ちゃんきっと振られたんだよ。でも元気出しないよ。しのさんのごちそうが心の底から楽しみだね。
Guess that means you've been rejected. But don't worry. Chin up, Oni-chan. We still have Auntie Chino's banquet awaiting us back home.
she is really getting on my nerve by now, so I give her nose a pinch.
息ができないよ。いくらここが新鮮な空気だからって口呼吸だけじゃ心もとないよ。
Oh, that's so.
道に即いちゃうよこのままじゃ。
The voice acting is so cool, so good. She's like,
Oni-chan, I can't breathe. Yes, the air here maybe is so very, very cleanly. That's true. But breathing through the mouth, just the mouth, is still giving me a fright. At this rate, I'll die of suffocation.
go right ahead.
軽い死刑制。
Could one even say a more casual death sentence?
True to her word, there doesn't appear to be anyone. I walk a single lap around the lookout, but it only further confirms my initial observation.
お兄ちゃん、ちなみと二人っきりになったね。
Ni-chan, it's just the two of us, huh?
Man, I was positive she would be here too. It wasn't like I had 100% certainty in that. Oh, what about the music? But there just was something about that girl that made me believe so.
ここなら誰はばかることなく何でもできるね。
We could do just about anything here and there and nobody to bother us.
I have a question I want to ask her. Questions that I can't rest without getting answers to. Are you the girl I used to play with way back then? Are you the lookout
ちなみ
girl?
にいいよ。お兄ちゃんとだったら
I'm totally okay with doing those things, Oni-chan.
Okay, in time to go home.
You big dumb fat duffer, stubby McDuck face.
Again, it's rained down on me. You can go ahead.
お兄ちゃんも帰るんじゃないの？
You're gonna stay here?
There's still a chance she might show up, so I think I'll wait here a bit
ダメ
longer.
だよお兄ちゃん。恋を忘れるには新しい恋に出会うことが一番なんだよ。
But that is the wrong approach, Oni-chan. The best remedy for a failed love is to find a new love.
What is this trap blabbering on about? I'll make sure to be back in time for dinner.
そんなにその人に会いたいの？
Are you really that desperate to see her?
Well,
じゃあ
yeah.
電話でもすればいいんじゃない？
How come you haven't just called her?
Thing is, I have no way to contact her whatsoever. The sole piece of information I have is her name, so search her name.
You saw her here yesterday?
そん
Yeah,
なこと話したの？
so that wasn't an illusion.
What kind of stuff you talk about?
その人どんな人なの？
What kind of girl she is?
Shinami keeps bombarding me with questions about her unrelentingly. Is it something you...
ちなみには言えないの？
Is it something you wouldn't want me to know about?
Oh, no, not in the least.
少しは躊躇してほしかったよお兄ちゃん。
Would I wanted you to hesitate at least a little bit in there, Oni-chan?
I'm just asking myself how exactly I should go about explaining her. That was all. You probably wouldn't believe it.
何が？
Believe what?
What kind of girl she is. As I found myself a suitable spot of grass and sit down, Shinami follows suit. From here we have an unbroken view of the town of Hibarigasaki, tinged in a deep orange by the setting sun. Show us the view! You wanna see the view? That sight is so vivid. Don't talk, come on, show it. So vivid that it stings my eyes, causing me to squint as we continue our conversation. You see? She turned out to be a Grim Reaper. That girl bears an almost identical resemblance to the girl from the lookout. My memories of that time are fogged up, but when it comes to her, there are parts that still remain clear and unblemished. One of those parts being her appearance. When it comes to that regard, the girl from yesterday looks like she came straight out of my memory. She's a mirror image of the lookout girl. She's so distinguishable difference is her outfit, as well as the massive scythe she holds around with her, which can also be seen as a part of her outfit. Are you, regardless of whatever I wanted to approach her or not, the scythe that she currently held in her hand acted as sort of warning sign, which prevented me from inching any closer either. Are you who I think you are? All I could manage to do was squeeze out that single question with a shaky voice.
あの子
Oh, she is talking!
What do you mean?
The girl in front of me was a mirror image of the lookout girl. However, the appearance stored in my memories only went up until the time we parted ways. Her looks from her childhood days to be the kiss on the forehead. Talk about the kiss on the forehead. It would be nigh impossible for her to look exactly the same as she did all those years ago. I've measured since then myself. My height, for instance, had gone up by 40 centimeters. So likewise she should have grown and changed too. But she looked bigger as well, or taller as well, so... All of this brought me to the conclusion that there was no possible way this girl before me was the same girl from the lookout. However, that only raised more questions. Why then did she bear the features that she did? Why was she so shockingly identical to that girl?
あの子って誰？
Who's this person that you think I am?
Maybe she's just testing
私
him.
の名前を聞いてるの？
Are you trying to get my name?
Yeah. Overwhelmed by a girl quite obviously younger than me, by anyone's standard, I simply nodded in a dumbfounded fashion.
私の名前はメア。
My name is Mare.
これでいい？
Is that what you wanted?
It was a different name from the lookout girl. Far from it, in fact, her name didn't even sound Japanese. So do I assume she's a different girl entirely from the lookout girl? For a moment, I entertained the possibility of her being a foreigner. But her fluent, natural sounding Japanese made me throw that idea quickly out. Then again, I guess it was entirely plausible, however, for a foreigner to be fluent in Japanese. But really, all of that wasn't important right now in the first place. She wasn't the lookout girl I wanted to see. She only matched her in looks. Still, the fact remained that their resemblance was simply too uncanny. I couldn't possibly shrug it off as mere coincidence. I once heard something like each person has 3 doppelgangers or somewhere in the world, but still, I thought too.
私の番。
And now I get to ask you a question.
Oh, as Mare turned around to face me directly, her silvery blade graphically reflected the
あな
starlight.
たは小笠坂陽君でしょ？
That would be Kokasa. You, correct?
Yeah,
やっぱり
Thought so.
she gave a light nod. What she just said raised the question. If she was a different girl from the lookout girl I knew, then how come she know my name? Can I ask you
いいけど
something? Sure. How do you know my name?
陽君、自分のことを俺って呼ぶんだ。
It is her! It is her! Your voice is a lot deeper than it used to be, Yuko. That remark sealed any doubts. Maybe she wasn't the lookout girl, but at the very least she knew me from the childhood days. Man, come on, that is her! She knew what my voice used to sound like when I was younger. So you know me, huh?
うん。
Where do you and I
ずっ
meet?
と昔、
A long, long time
私が
ago.
待ちくた
Far
びれる
enough
く
in
ら
the
い。
past for me to
それ
grow
が過
tired
去。
from waiting.
You've been waiting for me? What
約
reason?
束があったから。
I promise.
So you really are. I knew in my mind that it couldn't be, but everything else pointed to that being the case. What was the feeling? My heart was far from calming down. It was beating faster and faster by the second.
やっぱり
Really would.
何？
I shook my head. Emphatically, I told myself repeatedly to just take deep breaths. Without any sort of composure, I couldn't possibly think straight.
You said you've been waiting for me. Since when exactly?
だからずっと昔
Were you not
言っ
listening?
たじゃない。
Since long ago.
How many years ago
そんな
exactly?
の忘れたわ。
I have long since forgotten that. Let's just say hypothetically it was 7 years ago. How old would you have
こ
been
の
then?
私に年なんてないわ。
I have no age or anything of the sort.
Huh?
だから私があなたに出会ったのは私が赤ん坊の頃じゃない。
So I wasn't a baby at the time we met. Got that?
Oh, hold on a second. Okay, so what did she just say? You didn't have any age? No age? But what does that even
そ
mean?
のままの意味だけ
I
ど
don't know. Literally what it sounds like. I'll really appreciate it if you could explain that in a more
こ
serviceable
れ以
way.
上の説明はないと思うけど。
I don't think I can really explain it in another way though.
I mean something like you don't age because you're a Green Reaper, for instance. That was for something that sprung to my mind due to the outfit of the girl in front of me, of Mare.
死神。
Grim Reaper?
Seeming like she was ruminating over whether or not she was, Mary pensively repeated it to herself.
あなたがそれで納得するならそれでいいわ。
If things make sense for you that way, then for all I care, I am a Grim Reaper. She accepted being one, somewhat real. So basically you don't age because you're a Grim Reaper, and because of that your appearance hasn't changed since we last met?
そうみたいね。
Seems so. But I mean, are you really Grim
あ
Reaper?
なたが自分で言った
You
じ
just
ゃ
said
ない。
that was yourself. Does it mean that
た
Grim
だ
Reaper?
死神を指してい
I
る
don't
の
know
か
what
知ら
Grim
ないけ
Reaper.
ど、私という死神はこの私しかいないわ。
Huh? It's the Grim Reaper you have in mind. I don't know what Grim Reaper you have in mind there, but there is no other Grim Reaper that is the Grim Reaper you see before you. At this point, I started to feel like I was having a philosophical debate or something. Dude, just go straight. Oh, see, I finally felt like I understood what you would be trying to say. Is that a Grim Reaper cosplay?
コスプレ
Cosplay? There's Grim Reaper characters in anime and such, but you wanted me to know that you aren't cosplay as any of those, but you are actually your own character. I guess you could call it a form of individuality, basically, right?
何言ってるのかさっぱりだわ。
I'm not following a word of what you just said. That scythe is artificial,
こ
isn't
う
it?
してここにあるんだから誰かが作ったものだとは思うけど、
Since it clearly exists right here, I suppose it must have been made by someone. So yeah, it is artificial. It's not a real one though, right?
何を指して本物なのかは知らないけど、私にとってこれは唯一無二だから
I
本
don't
物
know.
だと思うけど、
I don't know what you have in mind with that. But to me, it's one of a kind, so I suppose it is the real thing. But I mean, surely it isn't actually sharp enough to cut,
切
right?
れるわ。
You're wrong, it is. She declared so with
試して
confidence.
みる？
Wanna see for yourself? Oh, wait, hold up. I would really not like to and seriously, I can't buy that
切って
thing.
ほしいんじゃないの？
I got the impression you wanted me to cut you, you don't? It will make you a real Grim Reaper if I ended up dying from that, right?
だから死神なんだってば。あなたが言ったくせに。
I am a Grim Reaper. How can you not acknowledge that even though you are the one who called me
She got huffy. She had finally revealed an expression befitting her age. On one hand, agitated me, but it also brought a sense of relief. Contrary to her looks, she did give a more mature Escube vibe. The way she talked in particular, it was completely different from the lookout girl that used to talk. All of that led me to believe that she wasn't her after all. Okay, Mare-chan. For now, let's assume that you are infected when you
ちゃ
return.
んつけ。
think it's cute calling me that?
She got even more huffy.
私の方がお姉さんなのに。
I'm supposed to be the more grown-up one, and yet you treat me like that. Although she wasn't the lookout girl, how may I say that just now completely resembled her? But it's not like you're actually older than me, right?
どうして？
How'd you get that idea? Okay then, I know I already asked you this a little while ago, but how old are you?
死神は年なんて取らないわ。
Grim Reapers don't age. Which school do you
死
attend?
神は学校なんて通わないわ。
Grim Reapers don't attend schools. Where are your mom and dad yet?
死神は
Grim
お
Reapers
父
have
さんも
neither
お母さんもいないわ。
mom nor dad. No matter what I asked, I was essentially getting the same reply. Okay, then let's assume all of that you're true and go
関
on.
係しなくても本当なのに。
Everything I said is true. What are you doing here?
言わなかった？
Well, didn't I already tell you that? The corners of her mouth went down. Okay, hold on for a second. Is it her or is it her not? I mean, why he just don't go straight? Just ask her, are you the lady from the childhood that I played every day and you gave me the kiss on the forehead and we gave us the promise and he was giving her the example about the stars and this couple that were that ended up together at the end and everything. How about that? No, he's calling her Grim Reaper. I don't know if she is actually one or not. I don't wanna well, talk too much about that because I don't have enough information. But I mean, how about that? You could just try that. The corners of her mouth were done. Her face showed an, in a way, bewitched smile that didn't quite fit her childlike looks.
あなたを待っていたの。
I've been waiting for you. For what
約
purpose?
束を果たすために。
To fulfill what I've promised. You mean that the promise to reunite
それ
with
だ
me?
けじゃない。
There's more to it than it, that Mare said so decisively.
あなたの悪夢を狩る約束を果たすために。
Also in order to fulfill another promise, the promise to reap your nightmare.
私は
That of course being
人の
because
悪夢を狩る死神だから。
I'm a Grim Reaper that reaps nightmares.
お兄ちゃんの悪夢を狩る？
She wants to reap your nightmare? Yeah, apparently.
それってどういう意味？
So like that, like, what's that mean? That was what I wanted to
お
know
兄ちゃん、
too.
それからどうしたの？
What happened after that? I had a lot of more questions pop up in my mind, but she
帰っちゃ
disappeared.
ったの？
Oh, she went home? Well, but we're gonna end this episode right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is interesting. This is very interesting. I would like to know, so is Mare, is it her from the childhood or not? I mean, maybe she's just playing with him. I don't know. Because he calling her a Grim Reaper and she thinks like, oh, you jerk, how dare you to call me like that? And then, you know, maybe she's just playing with him then. And at the end it reveals that it was actually her, so I don't know. I mean, she looks like the girl from the childhood, but I don't know. What do you think about it? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very so much for watching. That was pretty fun to play, and well, it's getting so interesting. I really like that, and especially those little cartoons and everything. It's so nice, so nice. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very so much for watching. Just like it, share it, subscribe, and don't leave anything out. And also remember, dreams come true. So what you have to do? Just believe in you, and always watch some anime. Okay, anime. Yeah, enjoy.